Right, driving abroad. In this video, we're going to talk about what we need to change on our car from left-hand drive to right-hand drive if we're going abroad. So Steve has just written me an email and saying he's going abroad today, and he had a service booked with a Land Rover dealer, and they've cancelled it. And one of the things they were going to go through or check out for him was what you need to do with your car when you go to France to make the lights work correctly, and does he need to fit those little beam deflectors? Remember, you used to have to paint your headlights yellow back in the day. Did you know this, Kate?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you had to get this. I remember my dad had this yellow paint on the old Morris Marina, and he had to paint the headlight lenses yellow if you're going to France. Anyway, we digress. So, he wrote me an email and said, Simon, you must know. And I think I did know, but I thought, well, let's have a look. The online Land Rover owner's manual. So we are going to have a look, and I'm going to sort of challenge Land Rover a little bit because it's quite tricky to find. So just bear with me a little bit. So if you type into Google Land Rover owner's manual, it comes up. It comes up normally at the top. So this is the one you want, the Land Rover owner's manual. And I'd encourage you to go on here, but you need to be sort of creative when you use it. So it's going to come up and it's going to, oh, the page isn't found. A technical error. Well, that's embarrassing, isn't it? Right then, let's have a look. Land Rover UK's got this is all going. Don't do live demos, isn't it, Kate? Right, let's try this one, shall we? Oh, there we go. We're back in. Right. Don't try that other one, Land Rover. You got a dodgy link. Right. So if you go into the Defender, and mine's 2020, the Mighty Stick. Right, and it brings you up to this page. Now, often it will ask you what country you're in, but because I've just done it, I think it remembered. It looks like it's got English GB. So it knows where we are, and it's given us in the language. Now, if you think, well, we're talking about headlamps here, so let's type in headlamps quickly here. Right, and you think, hold on a minute. It's got no results for headlamps. Now, those that you watch it in slow motion, you may have noticed that as I'd got to head L, it's got headlights. So it'd be good if Land Rover could do this thing called similes, which is where if someone searches for headlamp, show them the results for headlight, because they're kind of the same. But we digress. Now, so we're thinking, right, what have we got about switching level or headlight sides or headlight beam deflectors? And all we've got here is headlight courtesy, headlight leveling, which is how up and down it is when you've got your mother-in-law in the back or whatever, and then headlight washers. So I think it's not really a lot of good, this, but let's go with it. And what you'll often find in the owner's manual is this is good. The related information normally has the result you were looking for, not the headlight leveling. So we weren't interested in headlight leveling. So I spotted this driving abroad. So I thought, that's Bibbin Bonza, let's go in driving abroad. So you will notice that headlight is actually mentioned quite a few times in here. So headlight, I did a Control F and it's mentioned like 8 times in this page. So it would have been good if it could have turned that as a result, Land Rover. If you've got a lot of mentions of headlight, it would help to have those as suggested. Right, so in here it goes on to say, so basically it says that the requirement to adjust headlight temporarily when driving abroad is dependent on the type of headlight fitted. Okay, legal requirements may be different, so where the direction of the traffic is opposite. So in the UK, we're surrounded by everybody else has got it on the other side of the road. So we often have to do this if we leave our little island. So, and obviously you need to do this because when you turn your headlights on, they normally kick up and illuminate the pavement on the left-hand side there for me, and not dazzle the oncoming cars, which for me are going to pass my window here. So you normally have to have the beam deflectors to take off that bit that normally illuminates the side of the road for us and will dazzle drivers when we go to France. So it says, if you've got the LED and the LED Premium, so these are the 2 base models. So there's 3 types of LED. The LED, which don't have the signature strip, that sort of halo around it, they're the base model LEDs. Then you've got the LED Premium and the LED Matrix. Now the LED Premium and Matrix look the same. The only way you'll know is the LED Matrix have that thing where the beam is split into 6 segments and it shuts them off, boom, 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 as cars, and you're sort of on main beam all the time. And I've done a video on that and I'll put that there. So if you've got the 2 base models, the headlight beam pattern doesn't kick up too much. So it's actually, they're saying, is okay. So it says vehicles with the LED and LED Premium have a beam pattern that eliminates the need to adjust the lights. So it's quite a flat pattern, so that's okay. And then it goes on to say, if you're flash, like me, with the LED matrix headlights, it says you can go in and you can navigate to a menu. And it says if you go into menu, vehicle, and we'll do this in a minute, you go to exterior lights, you'll have the option to check the side of the road. But actually I went in, I couldn't see that. And it was only then when I noticed this little field up here, and this is genius. So if the vehicle is fitted with a navigation system, now bear in mind we are in the user manual, owner manual for the Defender 2020. I was unaware they did one without navigation, but there we go. So we are fitted with navigation. The traffic sign recognition feature will adapt automatically. So this is brilliant. And actually what it is every time you turn your ignition on, what it will do, it will go, where am I? And it go, oh, I'm in the UK. Okay, we'll right-hand drive and I'll set the beam accordingly. But when it's in France, it wakes up and goes, whoa, I'm in France. And it sets the beam. So actually there's nothing to do. Watching this video was a complete waste of time because there's nothing you can do. You don't need beam deflectors. The car will do everything for you if you've got LED matrix, and if you've got LED or LED premium, the beam pattern's relatively flat and non-offensive. Now, I will go on to say that it's actually not just the beam pattern if you think about it. So most cars come with auto high beam. When we bought this model spec before, base model spec S, it didn't have we've upgraded our headlights, but it still had auto high beam, and there's a camera that lives up behind here and it's looking at the road, and obviously it's looking for headlights. Now when you're getting onto some of the advanced features like the LED matrix, I guess it needs to know where to look for the other traffic. Does it need to? Oh, it's gone all dark, hasn't it? It has gone. My lights, my energy saving lights are working. So it not only is it the shape of the beam, it's also, I think, where this camera is looking. Is it processing and looking for cars approaching from the left or the right? But it's nothing to do. The car, those engineers at Land Rover have actually bossed it. They've got everything working for you. It will do all you need. I think the only thing Land Rover need to tweak is their instructions to make the information, the good work they've done, easier to find. Hope that helps. Kate's just reminded me, said, Simon, you promised everyone you were going to look. So let's have a look in the menu system just to show you where it is, just to check it isn't there on your car. Right, here we go. Good morning, Simon. There we go. So if we go into the settings tab here and we go into all, if you go into vehicle, okay, and we go into exterior lights, you'll see all I've got is the adaptive driving beam, and this is the segments, and then the delay. So when I park the car at home, depending on how long your drive is, you can set how long you want but that's all I've got. There is nothing in here, as I would expect, because my car has navigation, as will yours. There is no need for it to do anything. The car actually looks after itself. It knows what country it's in and sets everything up. Good luck with that.